Finn has got the Balor Club behind him tonight, and AJ Styles better be ready for the full force of it.
A pressure-packed situation we have here, Corey. When you have two generation-defining superstars going at it, the pressure always reaches a fever pitch. Styles and Balor know their legacy. Now they're out to prove who's better.
Ooh, well measured.
Oh, kick connects. Able to give him the slip. Drop kick right to the patella. Oh, he knew what was coming. No, that'll break his arm. Vicious. With a high-risk style like Finn Balor, the smartest thing to do is get the advantage of him and simply bide your time until an opening arises to make him crash and burn. Yes, timing is everything against a high-risk talent like Balor. It's locked in. Kicking the rope, saving there.
But will he be able to last much longer?
Ruthless striking. Crossbody wipes them out. Look at this. Just breaking down the opponent. Here comes Styles. Looks like he found that opening to take advantage of Balor's high-risk style. From the middle rope. What a splash. There's return fire on AJ. How's that for a counter?
Finn able to get out of the way. Ooh, kick right to the gut.
He's got him in the crosshairs. Ooh, an apron slap. Disrespectful. Balor having trouble shifting the tides. The Phenomenal One is holding nothing back. Brain Buster. Forearm smash. Oh, that was just malicious. Insulting. Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious.
Evades the attack.
Breaker. He's finding himself in trouble here. Yeah, this is not good. You don't say, Saxton. Devastating kick. Knee drop. All the momentum in the corner of AJ now. Finn Balor's under the gun. Incoming. Low down splash. For the win.
I would love to know what made him think that was a good idea.
Gotta respect the strategy to work over the arm.
Balor shows the rhythm. He's able to fend off the attack.
Styles taking it by surprise. Finds the advantage after a string of counters. Balor's got him hooked. Up and down, 19-16. He may get the 3 count right here.
I think so. We are this far into the match. Where is this energy coming from?
He's got him scouted. Balor setting up.
Top rope, here we go. Ooh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, my God, what a move. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash.
Styles looking to end this thing.
Styles crash. Does Styles finish the job here? There's 2. He stays alive. He stays alive.
It not only takes strength to kick out there, it takes willpower. And Balor is showing that in spades.
And you have to think that doubt is coming into the mind of Styles. Ooh, that got turned around on Styles. And able to counter. And he's able to reverse. Oh, what a wind-up. Knees meet the face. He's heading up top.
Thinking big.
Oh, man.
Landing with the double axe handle.
And Finn heads him off at the pass. Saving us from having to sit through that.
Now it's setting up.
Here's a cover. Could be it. 1, 2. Kicks out. He still has life.
So close. That could have been it.
Big flying forearm. That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Neckbreaker.
He's reeling, slowly getting up. Stones with a phenomenal forearm. Man, that could make short work of Finn.
Shoulders down.
2, 3. He did it! He did it!
Here is your winner, the phenomenal A.S.A.P.
Look, there is no embarrassment in coming up short to the phenomenal AJ Styles.
I second that. A great effort by Finn Balor, who was just not extraordinary enough tonight.
Byron, think of how impressive it is for a competitor to win 2 straight falls in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Well, it's not something we see often, but it is an incredible accomplishment.
To win 2 straight falls is a rout. It shows total dominance. It's next level. Winning 2 straight falls makes a definitive statement and puts that superstar in an elite category. Oh, disrespectful shove there.
Corey, what happens in a match like this when a competitor is down a fall?
You have to take that time between the falls to make necessary adjustments. All the pressure's on you to avoid getting swept.
Oh, you are behind the 8 ball. Every move becomes critical. You have to pull out all the stops to even the score. The sooner that happens, the better.
This type of contest is so grueling, the combatants can feel like they're in the fight of their lives.
That'll have you walking funny.
Suplex.
Oh, just scrubbing the face on the canvas. Oh, an elbow drop for added measure.
Q-Drop just continues to mount the offense.
Ripley needs to be resourceful. Find an opening. Gut wrench.
Plenty of hits coming her way now. Oh, Q-Drop caught by the counter.
Rhea isn't taking this lying down anymore.
Rhea could be turning her fortunes around.
Ripley gets her back. She's in the ring now.
She's feeling it.
Oh, forget about pandering to the WWE Universe. That should keep her head in the game.
Climbing to the top rope.
She's getting back up, but she might be down again soon. Up high. Look out below. And that was a collision you don't want to be on the receiving end of.
Came down like a...
Wrecking ball and a cinder block.
Rhea Ripley in a state of distress.
Yeah, Dewdrop is really grinding the opposition down.
Oh, what a clothesline. Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
She flips it back on her. Stops the kick. Look at this, going counter for counter. Oh, smash. European uppercut. Right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Fighting back with a counter. She returns the favor there. Reversal on top of reversal. And we are down to the proverbial wire here, guys.
The match, Hank, cutting her off there. Smart strategy.
Is it enough? The cover. Kick out. She still has life.
Somehow she's still in this matchup. It's unbelievable.
Boom, what a clothesline. She's losing some steam now.
Well, all things considered, Cole, it's not a bad condition to be in at this point in the match.
Just dropped her like she was nothing.
2 fists full of hair. This can't be legal.
Oh,
Mat slam.
with some attitude.
Dewdrop on the receiving end. Made her pay for her mistake.
Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Oh, Ripley put a stop to that. Kick to the abdomen. Fireman's carry.
Down and a sit-out spine buster.
Paying it right back with a reversal.
Watch out. The cannonball summer here.
She's still got something left.
She kicked out? No way. She actually kicked out?
Now that'll do some serious damage. And sent right into the corner. Oh, foot just stomping down.
Up across the shoulders. Down and a sit-out spine buster.
And she thwarts the pin attempt in one.
Somehow still in this fight. Not down and out yet.
Rhea looking to end this one right now. This will do it.
The Prism Trap is in. Uh-oh, the end is near. No way she survives this.
I think she's going to hang on. I think she's going to hang on.
She is determined to escape.
What a clothesline. Ouch. Comes down across the head with the axe handle. We're undoubtedly nearing the end.
Truly fighting to the last breath, but we might be coming up on that soon. Dewdrop on the cusp of ending it.
She kicks out. I don't believe it.
That was amazing. The word quit is not in Rhea Ripley's vocabulary.
A big opportunity falling through their fingers. You've got to continue fighting and hope your next big move is the...
We're looking to end things here with the Cobra Clutch.
And she gets to the ropes.
That's why always knowing where you are inside the ring is so important.
Oh, drop. And Dewdrop is taking command of this one.
Ripley has to stop struggling.
Big splash. Looking for the victory. 2. She gets one. Caving in the abdomen.
Oh, what a clothesline. That's a few times now she's taken a hit up in that region.
Lift off. Oh, coming down from way up top.
She is being destroyed in there.
This is a very...
And a victory! What a win she picks up here tonight.
Here is your winner, Dewdrop.
And if you're getting a victory like that, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself.
We call a lot of matches, but this one's going to stick in my mind for weeks to come.
I agree with you on that, Corey. This one was unforgettable. Such a psychological component to this type of matchup. Corey, how can you get into an opponent's head?
At this point, your opponent's had enough of your mind games. No simple pinfall would be satisfactory. There are no rules, no barriers, and no mercy. The question is, who can jump out in front for an early advantage?
You have to do whatever it takes to keep your opponent down for the count. And they have to know there's no limit to what you're willing to do.
And remember, as Corey said, no pinfalls here. Only one can stand victorious. Countered it just in time. He's running swanton. He deflects it right back. Banging back with their own counter. Byron, this is a punishing and grueling matchup. Is there something specific to help keep your opponent down?
You have to gain the upper hand and continue to do the damage. You cannot give your opponent a chance to catch their breath. Every cross neck breaker.
Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious.
Trying to find his bearings, but it looks like his end is near.
Fails to hit the bullseye.
Okay, consider that a harsh lesson.
And a beautiful swanton.
He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
Oh, leaping through the air.
Talk about dismantling your opponent. RVD fires back.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
Soaring. Diving leg drop from way up high. Oh, I love this. This is vintage. Counters. He's a projectile now. He leaves the ring, and there's no countouts in this one. Ciampa's attack is thwarted.
Ciampa one step ahead.
Well-executed suplex.
Setting him up, got the head scissors on.
Sharp elbow. Ciampa getting dismantled here.
Yeah, RVD is firing on all cylinders.
Oh, heinous knee to the face.
Legs caught.
Oh,
That's how you wear down your opponent. Cranking the head. Splash! What height! Just a devil-may-care attitude on full display.
Going for broke, and it pays off.
Oh, that might have just broken something.
Trampling the opposition.
German suplex. Hits him with the counter. That roundhouse kick. The barricade. Slides back into the ring.
Cross body. On the move, bouncing out the ropes. Rolling thunder. Oh! Climbing up top, he's got big plans. RVD. Five-star frog splash. Tommaso Ciampa hit hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Getting close to 10 here.
Now you gotta dig deep. 9.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner.
Not allowing that to go on any longer.
Myfaction.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all thinking. This was as one-sided as it gets.
Time for an Extreme Rules match where WWE throws the rule book out the window.
Kendo sticks, tables, chairs. If you can hold it in your hand, you can use it as...
And Ember Moon tries the early cover. And there's a kick out at 1.
She still has a lot more in her. She saw it coming.
And another counter.
Unpacks a well-placed punch.
How does one best take advantage of the Extreme Rules environment?
Quite simply, if you can dream it, you can do it. This isn't the time to be timid. This is the time to leave it all in the ring.
There's a crucifix. Nicely done.
2. Close to a 3 count.
She's got to be upset that the count went that far.
Perched up top. Knee drop.
Oh, yeah. She is really showing her confidence.
Really just laying it in.
Roundhouse kick.
Strikes with a kick. Fails to connect on the springboard.
Ember with some agility.
These two showing how well scouted they each are.
And Zaya escapes danger.
Ember caught by surprise.
Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
Boom, timely counter by Lee.
Great job refocusing to reverse that.
Able to evade.
Each competitor showing they've done their homework.
She did her homework there. She's looking highly motivated, getting hyped up.
Everything working against Ember Moon now.
The Phenom
Taking flight.
splash! Cover!
Letting her out of the pinning predicament. She might just be toying with her at this point.
This one is headed outside, guys.
Oh boy, she found a kendo stick. This match might just get hard to watch.
Moon sidesteps that.
Each superstar trying to stay a step ahead.
Great counter.
Able to avoid any harm there. Drop kick!
Great athleticism. Oh, that backfired on her.
Oh, what a kick!
Uh-oh. High angle belly to back suplex.
Vicious double axe handle.
She's starting to tire a little.
Yeah, the physical price of the Extreme Rules stipulation is really starting to show now.
Zaya gets out of the way.
Big kick right to the gut.
She wants to finish this.
From the top. Diving double axe handle. Climbing the turnbuckle now. She's trying so desperately to get back up to her feet.
Up high. Diving crossbody. Going all caution to the wind. Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again. And a slap, too.
The advantage is turned towards Xia Li.
A smothering offense from Lee here.
And she had Zaya's number there.
That could be the spark Ember was looking for.
Suplex. The fatigue is setting in for her. Wow, what a pump kick. She wants to take this one outside the ring, it seems. Now looking for something to waylay her opponent with.
By the looks of it, she's planning to renovate. I'm not sure how many walls she plans to take down here.
Ember with some agility.
Back and forth from these competitors.
Taking on the member.
Is that enough to take out Ember?
Cover. 1, 2. Almost had her, but she gets the shoulder up.
How close was that?
That was about as close as it could get without it all being over for her.
I don't know if there's more frustration or desperation in the ring now, knowing that you've tried to end.
Here we go.
Splash!
Picture perfect.
2 count. Ember Moon gets the shoulder up, and guys, that was close.
It doesn't get any closer than that without the bell ringing.
Got it.
Like that sledgehammer can cause some serious damage.
Everything working against Ember Moon now.
The Phenom has to find a way to right the ship here.
Feet once more. Set it up.
Victory nearly in hand for Lee.
The cover. 1, 2, 3. And she wins. That is a huge victory.
Here is your winner, Xia Li.
She's got to be proud of this win.
Every match is special, but this...
In a submission match, it's all about using your strengths to finish off your opponent. That means dance with the one that brought you.
What do you mean by that, Corey?
I mean, use the moves that you've perfected. That's the best way to get your opponent to submit.
I agree. You should try and use your best maneuvers, but that's only if you're given the opportunity. Your opponent is going to have something to say about it.
So then you beat your opportunity into them by imposing your will, Byron. No mercy, no compassion, no remorse. You punish them until they tap out.
Oh, Ronda Rousey connected with a good shot there. Big mistake there, Corey. for that. Double arm lock. Wow.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Corey, is there one thing a competitor must remember in this type of matchup?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you beat your opponent to the point they can't get up. The referee could count to 100. A superstar has got to make their opponent submit.
Well, for some, that is the equalizer. An opponent could be stronger, faster, have more lethal offense, but if they cannot convert that to a tap out, it's all for naught.
Oh, strong impact. That arm is taking a toll on her. The stump puller. Leg snap.
And A.S.A.P moves. Executed hip toss.
And setting him up. Oh, knee to the hands.
That's going to hurt. Systematic attack on that arm.
Ronda Rousey. Piper's pick.
Just mounted with punches and not, oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
Attacks from the arsenal of Rousey.
No mercy being shown by Ronda. Making that shoulder a priority.
Right to the back. Rousey got countered there.
A.S.A.P managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
A.S.A.P was getting grinded down, but could have started a quick turnaround here.
And a spinning back kick, too.
Armbreaker. We don't often see A.S.A.P in this possession.
Rousey able to grab her opponent. The arm bar is locked in.
She had to prevent herself from being severely injured. Had to tap out. And this one is over.
Here is your winner, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey!
What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
Never a doubt, barely a moment's suspense. This one was about as lopsided as they come.
And if you want to see who can play well with others, put them in a tag match.
It's true. Teamwork needs to be on point to win one of these. You know, I always think of us as a three-man team.
Oh, shut up, Saxton. I'd switch sides just to pin you. Push! Oh, that can rock you. Great counter. Impressive ring IQ on display there. Drop kick. Rousey connects and rolls through. Oh, the arm's trapped. The slam.
She's got the whole WWE Universe rallying behind her.
Disabling the leg with that.
Monkey flip! Oh, she's beginning to flag a little.
Well, we knew going into this match that it would be physical, Michael, and I'm sure she will tag out when the time is right.
Jarring impact. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Naomi needs to be resourceful in this situation.
Uh-oh. Knee lift to the body. Nice. Counter from Ember. That could be the spark Ember was looking for.
Reversal after reversal. These two are ready for each other.
She had it scouted.
She got tired of being pushed around. Now wants to push the advantage.
Brutal assault from the baddest woman on the planet.
Ronda showing just how lethal she is.
For the win. There's two. Win. A big win. That took a huge effort.
Here are your winners, Ronda Rousey, Doudrop, Alexa Bliss, and Xia Li.
The WWE Universe celebrating this match and the winner.
With that win, they deserve the praise.
That's what happens when you put in the preparation and the training.
Tag team rules here with AJ Styles, Rob Van Dam, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. And across the ring we see Shinsuke Nakamura, Roddy Piper, and The Miz.
These teams have built up lots of animosity towards each other, and now they have finally reached a tipping point. I would expect Bedlam to break loose here.
Drop kicked all the way to the floor.
Reversal. Can they go on the attack? Snap air. Oh, what a kick.
Just hot-shotted to the outside.
Roddy Piper just getting knocked around.
Piper needs to be resourceful in this situation. Can he do it here?
Not even a one count there.
These men knew this match was going to be hard fought.
Had it scouted. That'll break his arm. Vicious.
Nakamura seems to have lost a step now.
Bam! Suplex.
Beautiful! Springboard 450 splash! Oh, man.
Styles imposing a flurry of offense.
And I bet AJ's looking to inflict more damage, too.
Shot block. Uh-oh, this is not going to end well. Nice suplex. Ooh, bullseye.
Off the top rope.
Oh, man. So much damage inflicted.
The king of strong style is being dismantled.
Nakamura having a tough time here.
Tag.
AJ with the wherewithal to avoid that.
Got them right in the corner.
Set.
Enzuigiri finds its mark.
Oh, my gosh.
Styles looks to be in control here.
AJ Styles looking to end this right here, right now. Styles cracks.
Has AJ delivered the exclamation?
Oh, kick out at two.
I do not know how they got up from that.
Operating on pure instinct and adrenaline right now.
And now AJ has to recalibrate, has to gather himself again.
Oh, nasty stop to finish it off.
The tag, and here comes Seth Rollins.
Uh-oh.
Single leg drop kick caught him.
Across the top rope. What a hot shot.
Got him set up in the corner of the ring. Counters with an attack on Piper.
Football by Rollins.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, what impact!
Boom! Nakamura might need to find a reprieve.
This is where strong style gets tested.
Strong right. He's absorbing some tough hits now.
Yeah, they've stuck it out through this match, but it wouldn't hurt to go for the tag soon here.
He turns it around.
Prime opportunity now for Piper to get some separation and gather himself.
Clothesline delivered.
Did you hear that impact?
Caught with a clothesline.
Stomping down. The Kingslayer is dominating.
A messianic display of offense from Rollins.
Staggering to his feet, but he won't like what's coming next.
Rollins flies. Knee strike connects.
Oh my gosh!
Nakamura might need to find a reprieve.
Nakamura having a tough time here.
What a hot shot! It's on the way to the outside. And Hot Rod moves.
Roddy Piper able to adapt.
Crucial turnaround there because Hot Rod was falling behind.
Prime opportunity now for Piper to get some separation and gather himself. Reciprocating the initial reversal.
He's about to do it. He's about to do it again.
Will that stop Hot Rod? Cover! And there's the save.
A frenzy of attacks from Seth Rollins.
Rollins is set to slay.
I think we are witnessing a career-altering moment for these superstars, guys.
But the spoils will only go to the victor, and I have a feeling we're close to finding out exactly who that will be.
Picked up, backdrop suplex.
Connected on that.
And Hot Rod moves.
Rapid fire right hands. Any more hits in that area could leave him dizzy.
Drop kick finds the spot.
Solid contact from the Viper.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
Punch lands.
Randy Orton. There it is. Things are getting risky. This will not end well.
Back suplex on the apron. Nakamura was ready for that one. He's absorbed some damage already. Fast touch.
Real European uppercut. Big overhand.
Vicious right forearm.
Can you imagine what Miz's face is going to look like after this match? Not like a face of the leading man, that's for sure.
Hey, maybe the Miz will look better.
Shut up, Saxton.
Bang drop kick.
He is loving. Up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
Good measure. Bullseye with the drop kick.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
He left an opening. Down by the DDT. Oh, man.
Oh, this could be bad. This could be really bad. Break his arm. Vicious. Everyone is on their feet in
this building.
Absolutely showing the respect for all the exertion these athletes are putting each other through.
Van Dam was scouted there.
A counter answered by another counter.
Knee smashes right to the spine. Spin kick. He's certainly lining him up, but he's wasting too much time.
The stomp in every single part of his body.
Oh, right to the chin. RVD!
Van Dam can taste victory now.
Looking for a high-risk move.
From the top, piercing straight.
Stomp in the leg.
Fights back. Look at this. Boom. Nice. Serious damage to the arm being inflicted here. Precision knee. Oh, ouch. Moonsault. Suplex. Kick to the gut. And there's the cover. Boom. Face first. And that will end it.
Here are your winners, the phenomenal AJ Styles, Rob Van Dam, Seth Rollins, and the Viper Randy Orton.
Wow, just wow.
A tremendous win in this match.
This is what it's all about. All the hard work, all the training, it's all...
Teams are assembled in their corners. What's going to be the key in this one?
Well, teamwork makes the dream work. Mark my words, there's no room for selfishness in this environment. Watch your teammates back, and they'll watch yours.
She's fighting back. Scoop slam.
Oh, stomping away. Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick. Clearly waiting for that. Early in total control. Bailey in full control here with a Bailey plex.
She's looking to end it early. And Alexa Bliss gets out of the pinfall.
Too early in the match to end it. Shin breaker. Not done yet.
Nice takedown.
Shot block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee. Oh, a jumping arm breaker. Things taking a turn for her now.
A lot of energy left. Fresh partner attack. She's in about as good a position as you can hope to be still. Insulting.
What a shoulder breaker. Clothesline. Oh, my. In the hard way. You can see the rage in Alexa blood's boiling right now.
Looking to create that moment of bliss.
Shot block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee.
Bailey's got her hook. Bailey plex.
It's the drop kick.
Big forearm.
Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable. And Alexa's attack quickly to cover. Surprisingly quick kick out.
Just looking for ways to wear out her opponent.
Arm drag takedown. Boom kick.
Double axe handle smash.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Ooh, my goodness. Oh, Bliss, look at this. Vintage Alexa Bliss. And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
Bayley's game plan isn't working how she wanted.
Oh, with authority.
Drop kick hits hard, lands harder.
Power drop kick. Bayley combats out of that.
Sequence of reversals there.
Bayley's got it hooked. Shoulders down. This could be the one that does it for her. Teammate makes the save.
And just in time.
Doing whatever it takes. There they go. Alexa Bliss may have her where she wants her.
DDT. Hey, nice coupon.
Can Alexa clinch this one?
Makes a complex. The official never saw it.
My goodness.
Here are your winners, Alexa Bliss, Doudrop, Ronda Rousey, and Xia.
And in this tag team bout, it's going to be Randy Orton, Rob Van Dam, Seth Rollins, and AJ Styles. And in the other corner, they will be dealing with Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Walter.
Hard to decide what team has the advantage here. It'll probably come down to who can cut the ring in half the best, who can control the pace.
And it's reverse pain for that mistake. Boom! And misses on the springboard.
Look at him totally vibing with the WWE Universe right now. Big forearm. Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Clothesline. Nice combo. Producing a trampling.
Oh, this could be bad. This could be really bad. AJ Styles suffering a potentially...
And this has got to be it. Wait, now why? Byron, what's the sense in this decision?
I don't have an answer, Michael. If you can put him away, you should put him away.
Olinda's aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Pure intensity from the Viper.
And Rollins in need of salvation.
And targeting the leg there. Right in your face. Had the Viper scouted. Oh, knee lift.
Somebody better check his nose.
No, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Olinda's aggression, just pure brutality.
Easy. And Neidhart dodges that one.
Counter after counter. Oh, God, that hurt. measuring. Boom! He's looking a little off balance.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart's face took the brunt of that shot.
Sent right out of the ring. Uh-oh. This is not going to be pretty. Styles has no control here.
And Orton's turned the match in his favor.
Batman's DDT.
Now that'll do some serious damage.
Rapid fire right hands.
Oh, man, what a kick. Clothesline.
Well, that'll leave him up.
Boom, nice. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Oh, it's face first. He's going for the pin. This could be it. He kicks out with force.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take.
Orton gets the better there.
Picture perfect drop kick.
Oh, what a right.
Man, some attitude behind it.
Drop kick. Tagging his partner in now.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Looking worse for wear in the corner now. Able to prevent Styles' attack.
Another reversal. Eye for an eye here.
Oh, my Lord!
Oh, look at this.
So ruthless.
Oh, no.
Oh, not to the belly!
We got a cover. The count was stopped before it started.
I was not expecting that from him at this point.
He switches it back around.
Beautiful shot block.
Brought down with a DDT. Is it enough? The cover. And he might have been able to cinch things there. I don't understand the choice to stop the pin count. Heartbreaker. Hung out to dry.
Oh, right to the throat. Ooh.
Hammering down on the knee.
Look at the torque. There's no escape from the camel clutch.
Look at Styles. He's trying to hold.
Camel clutch. Great way to break it. Uh-oh. Looking for the suplex. Oh, no. Neck breaker. He's been placed in the corner now.
Ow! What a hot shot. Sent all the way to the outside. Ooh.
Right to the throat.
Just a dominant display. Big power slam.
No doubt the Anvil ended this.
2 count.
Hooked up. Backdrop suplex. The body is starting to fail at this point.
Might want to walk it off or shake it off or do whatever he needs to do to get his head in the game here.
Landing with the double axe handle.
Ruthless striking. And Zagiri finds its mark. What's this gonna be?
Wheelbarrow, flapjack.
Face first.
Just a full-on blitz from Styles.
Neidhart has to weather the storm here.
Beautiful! Springboard 450 splash! Oh, point of the elbow finds the mark.
Into the barricade. Phenomenal.
I think we're gonna see it!
Step through. Is that what it takes to beat Walter?
You have to imagine we're hitting the late stages in this matchup. Who's going to dig deeper at this point?
We might just take that. Ooh, well, maybe.
Devastating attack from the Viper.
Uh-oh, hazardous part of town here on the apron.
Back suplex right out of the apron.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Ducks under.
Halo kick. Nicely done.
Seth Rollins is tagged in. Everything's about to change. Oh, man, the ref needs to get out of the way. Timely counter by Anvil. Quick exchange of counters there. With the lariat. Great agility. Looking for the victory.
To be honest, I am baffled right now. And Neidhart dodges that one.
And just like that, he sent crashing to the floor.
Nicely done. Talk about dismantling your opponent. Evades their offense.
Headlock.
Cheap shot right above the eye. Quick thinking pays off.
Look at this strength. Look at this power slam. Is there any fight left in Rollins? Unbelievable. Kick out at one.
Unbelievable. More like inhuman.
That was a golden opportunity to end things. Now he's got to hope the opportunity presents itself again.
And you know what's next, guys? Oh, and a knee to the face. It is all Rollins now. Maybe not. The breakup.
Catches the leg. A face buster knee smash.
That was painful.
What's Rollins have planned here? A small package drop. Seth Rollins faltering just a bit. Taking out the knee. And he has an answer for Neidhart.
Oh, using the knee as a weapon.
He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost. Austin. Clothesline!
Targeting the arm to great effect.
He has him locked in. Oh, what a DDT.
Is it enough? The cover!
And a quarter.
That will end it.
Here are your winners, the Viper, Randy Orton,
Look at the amount of superstars around the ring. This one is to be a real spectacle.
Yeah, just look at the determined look on each superstar's face. There's going to be no shortage of excitement watching these teams battle it out.
Oh, impressive counter.
And responds with a counter of their own. And responds with a counter of their own. Burying knees into the body. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
And a drop kick.
Picture perfect.
Into the corner now. She scores big with the counter. Knew what was coming there. Oh, right to the back. Ooh, she responds with a counter. Oh, step up Enziguri. Spin kick to the midsection. She's taking some big hits here.
Lights out. Cyclone kick.
And a drop kick.
Picture perfect. Catching a drop kick.
Drop kick with precision.
Sonya's lost any momentum here.
Deville needs to be resourceful in this situation.
I think the crowd knows what we're about to see.
Zaya got it. Can she end it?
Double axe handle. Ooh, timely counter by Lee.
Really just laying it in.
Right on the arm.
Bianca outthought her there. Then kick right to the gut. Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched. And Lee is showing off her skills.
A smothering offense from Lee here.
There's the tag.
She's able to make it.
A nice shot by Alexa Bliss.
Big forearm.
An arm breaker. Putting the shoulder in jeopardy there.
Solid kick across the back.
That's how you take an opponent down. And Lacey is on the downside of things now.
Yeah, Lacey needs to rethink her strategy fast.
Ooh, she hit the corner hard. What's Bliss thinking here?
Oh, that can break an arm.
Uh-oh, here's one.
Insult to injury.
Up high.
Splash! That's gotta be it. Two!
Naomi showing her instinct.
Out of the blue, Bliss gets countered.
Great job refocusing to reverse that.
Tossed with the arm drag. Sonya Deville has been wrapped up pretty hard here.
There is no way this can go on for much longer.
Lacey reverses it. Oh, just turn that around. Bliss has gotten the better of her opponent.
Bliss is executing her game plan. She's getting fired up, ready to show her opponent what she's got. Taking flight. Diving body splash.
Two! Wow, Corey, what do you think of this decision?
I like it a lot. Alexa Bliss set now.
DDT. Firing on all cylinders.
Will that stop Lacey?
Chop block!
Brilliant.
Right to the back of the knee. These superstars have endured so much.
Alexa Bliss setting up. DDT! Alexa might decide it right here. Ooh.
Right to the kidneys from behind. That's another focused attack to her torso area. Hits to the core like that'll render you useless.
Oh, yeah, she is really showing her confidence.
Got the tag. Got the tag.
Whoa, just floating through the air.
Will this be enough? There's a shoulder up almost immediately.
She is showing us something special here tonight.
Uh-oh. Nothing fancy there. Oh, look at that torture their opponent. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man. Oh, on the apron, lifting it up into the ring. Bam, suplex. Ooh, vicious kick in the spine. Quicker than Naomi there. Big clothesline. Oh, and Belair is being broken down.
Belair is not gauging the situation accurately.
Clubbing forearm.
Up and down. What a slam.
Ooh, look at her answering back.
Well-placed kick. Into the turnbuckle.
And Dewdrop fends her off.
Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
It's been a hardship for these superstars to get to this point. I think these fans are driving them to claw that extra inch.
You can sense the ride these fans have been on, and I'm right there with them.
Dewdrop just continues to mount the offense.
And bit by bit, Dewdrop chipping away at the competition.
Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi needs to reassess her strategy. Series of elbows looking to create separation. She does so.
Ooh, the forearm connects. And now there's an opening.
Dewdrop keeps her away, able to get out of the way.
Look at the power of Dewdrop.
Nothing more Naomi can do. 2.
Boom, what impact. A non-stop assault from Dewdrop here.
Yeah, Dewdrop is really grinding the opposition down.
And down. I can't believe what we just saw.
Naomi just gave this one her best shot, but she couldn't end it. Listen to this place. Then pulls back Dewdrop's attack. Oh, it didn't go as planned there. She's trying to create space.
Turnbuckle's the only thing keeping her upright. Clubbing blow.
So she tags in.
She's feeling it, and the WWE Universe is feeling it too.
Oh, God. Bang! Rousey connects and rolls through.
Tag is made.
Clothesline. Across the top rope, all the way to the floor. Bianca's losing any remnants of control now.
Bianca here in a disheartening position.
Ronda had that scouted.
And that could be a first step towards Ronda gaining control.
It's time for Rousey to take advantage of a misstep and take command.
Oh!
Trampling the opposition. Right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Ronda looking for something big.
Body buster. Coming to the rescue.
She got launched.
How in the world do these superstars have anything left at this point?
There is thinking the same thing. All eyes are focused on this moment. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Precision strikes. What a punch.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
Holy, meet the barricade. She's starting to look concerned. One arm hooked.
Bruising attack to the stomach. Oh, man.
Boom, face first. Deconstructing the knee there. Can she do it here?
A shot that she kicked out.
You and I both, Byron. Big clothesline. Bam! Oh, look at the knees. Just unloading knees to the body. Ronda taking charge.
Yeah, Ronda is executing her game plan. Tag made.
Beautiful elbows.
And a spinning back kick, too.
Bang! Drop kick. That won't separate your shoulder. That'll divorce it. Left by the turnbuckles.
Oh, my God.
More attacks like that will leave you gasping for air.
Well, it looks like it already is.
And Lacey is on the downside of things now.
Lacey has to find an opening and respond.
He takes her down. Almost in. Over.
You feel like hope and tap out.
Here are your winners, Xia Li, Doudrop, Alexa Bliss, and Ronda Rousey.
And that's a textbook win. A lot to be proud of there.
After that win, this superstar stock is rising, and they are dancing all the way to the pay window.
We have tag team competition getting underway with Seth Rollins, Rob Van Dam, A.J. Styles, and Randy Orton. Then the opposing team is, of course, filled with Goldberg, Roddy Piper, Roman Reigns, and Jey Uso.
This match can very well come down to experience. And I'm not just talking about individual experience. From the top, you gotta be kidding me!
Showing absolutely no apprehension to putting one's body on the line.
Oh, right in there.
Forearm club.
Facebuster first.
Everyone get out of the way. These two are abandoning all restraints.
Oh, strong impact. Rollins showing off his offensive arsenal.
Every form of offense Piper attempts is neutralized.
Oh, God.
Look at.
Oh, that'll keep Goldberg at bay.
He's getting a huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers.
Oh, what a kick. Now he's been put on the defensive.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent.
Super kick from the Kingslayer.
Tag is made, and he's coming in hot. Versatility from Rollins. Split blade! Consecutive attacks, keeping Hot Rod off his game.
And Rollins cannot be stopped.
If this lands, it's over. Good Lord, that's it. Call the match.
And into the count. No, he lets him out.
Beautiful drop kick.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly. What a counter. Crucial turnaround there because Hot Rod was falling behind.
Prime opportunity now for Piper to get some separation and gather himself.
Unmitigated. Here he goes for the win. And a quick kick out.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Oh, right the button. He reverses it.
What's Hot Rod in for?
Will that stop Hot Rod?
Boom, what impact.
Nasty right hand.
Hits a guy into the floor. Able to get the advantage here.
Off the top rope.
Face crusher. Rollins firmly establishing the upper hand.
Every form of offense Piper attempts is neutralized.
By Randy Orton.
Placing them right where they want them, into the corner. Clothesline in the corner. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Dangerous position here, guys.
Oh, no, no, no,
Back
no.
suplex. Oh, my goodness. Vicious right forearm. Piper gets reversed. Picture perfect drop kick. Consecutive attacks, keeping Hot Rod off his game.
And Randy Orton is on a roll here.
What a shot.
Oh, no, I know what Randy's thinking. This won't end well.
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him. Oh, a nasty stomp to finish it off.
From out of nowhere.
Emphatic statement.
Gonna take a different approach here, I guess.
I don't know why.
Powerbomb.
That might be it.
That could finish off Jey.
must be writhing in pain right now. The breaking point must be on the horizon.
But yet they continue forward, showing no desire to quit.
The Viper has him hooked.
Exploder suplex.
And more attacks to his core could hinder his offense.
Tags him in.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
From the middle rope. What a splash.
He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
Just breaking down the opponent. Just like that, Goldberg turns things around.
Vicious enziguri. Nasty right hand. Ow! Hard right hand. What are we going to see here? Uh-oh. Spiking DDT.
Just a relentless assault from Van Dam.
Roman's on the wrong side of this exchange. There's the Bulldog.
Uses the edge of the knee.
Setting him up. Got the head scissors on.
Oh, elbow face. He's starting to struggle here.
Well, all this chaotic tag action is clearly adding up. I'd be concerned if we don't see a tag sometime soon.
Ooh, reversal catches RVD.
Look at this, going counter for counter.
Consecutive attacks keeping Hot Rod off his game.
RVD is holding nothing back. Tag is made, and here we go.
What a suplex.
Wasting absolutely no respect on his opponent. You gotta love it.
Kick to the gut.
Wrapped around into a neck breaker.
And tagged in is Goldberg.
Delivered with force.
Whatever's playing here can't be good.
Oh, that's how you establish dominance.
Oh, he retaliates.
And he stops the count. But why?
There's nasty intentions that still need to be delivered.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now. Oh! Nasty right hand.
Answers with an enziguri, crashing to the floor.
Ooh, and Van Dam turns the tables.
Reciprocating the initial reversal.
Oh my gosh!
And Van Dam is shot
To the sky.
diving leg drop.
From way up high. Answers with an enziguri, crashing to the floor.
RVD up the turnbuckles. Rob Van Dam. Five-star front splash.
RVD ending this fight right there.
Great athleticism. Goldberg is going up that fast here to stay in this.
If anybody can do it, Goldberg can. I don't want to say he's done, but I can hear the fat lady roaring.
Goldberg needs to tap into his trademark intensity and mount a comeback as soon as possible.
The roar of this crowd has been building, and they are at a fever pitch right now.
You can feel the anticipation growing with every second that ticks past in this match.
And he gets the tag.
What impact!
Great athleticism. Gets the tag.
He's getting a huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers. Going right after the neck. Neck breaker.
Turning the tables there.
Man, the neck breaker. For the win.
He clearly wants to dish out more punishment, but why not get the pinfall first?
And set him up. Oh, and even the ace.
That's going to hurt.
And Jay reverses.
Neckbreaker.
Ouch. Will it be? And the count doesn't even begin.
This is insanity.
Did you expect anything less?
DDT plants them. Double axe handle. Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Into gear here finds its mark. Producing a trampling. Look at this.
Effectively targeting the arm.
Oh, here come the strikes from Styles.
Phenomenal blitz.
I don't know if Jey Uso can withstand much more of this. I bet AJ's looking to inflict more damage too.
And the electricity of this moment is coursing through his veins.
Oh, that was just malicious.
Insulting.
The face of Jey Uso looks like it's been through a wood chipper.
There's not a single person sitting in this arena.
It's pandemonium, Cole. Drop kicked all the way to the floor.
He got whipped into that corner. He gets tagged in. Arm drag. Very nice. AJ still holding the upper hand now.
Piper needs to be resourceful in this situation. Oh, man. Styles is looking to end this thing.
If this lands, it's over.
Styles clash. Did AJ get all of it?
Oh my gosh, what impact. Hung out to dry.
Here he goes for the win.
1, 2, 3. He picks up the win.
Here are your winners, Seth Rollins, Rob Van Dam, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and the Viper Randy Orton.
An impressive win for this super... And here we go, a lot of superstars involved in this matchup. Each team is going to look for their competition's weakness.
The weakest link on a team will certainly be exposed. A team will be smart to identify their own weaknesses and keep that superstar out of the fight.
Roadhouse kick, man.
Targeting the arm now. Forearms from the second rope.
Driving down. And now a series of stomps and kicks. Uh-oh, ankle pick. Beautiful takedown. Oh, knee crusher.
That's gonna hurt.
And Ronda's keeping the pressure on.
Ronda's asserting some dominance.
Hurricane Ronda.
Right in the mouth.
Relentless.
Enough already.
scissors applied, and here come the elbows.
Look how she's raining down those elbows. Bianca expected that one. And Rousey avoids that one.
And Belair is being broken down.
Bianca here in a disheartening position.
Have you ever seen a human being tossed like that?
What a double axe handle.
She's lost some of that energy she had earlier.
I don't want to talk out of school, but it might be a good idea to start thinking about closing this one out.
Slips out of the way there. What reflexes?
Bianca gets rescinded right back.
Bunch of hand speed.
Rousey's become relentless.
There's surgical precision happening with every one of Rousey's attacks.
Rousey wants to end this.
Nasty to Rowdy Buster.
Oh, my God. Just hot shot it to the outside. Oh, right across the throat.
In off the tag.
Double knee arm breaker. Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Spinning kick to the gut.
Clothesline.
Stomping down. What a shot. And setting him up. Oh, knee to the face.
That's going to hurt.
Boom. Just a continuous rush being faced by Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi needs to reassess her strategy.
Put into the corner now. She gets the tag.
Coming in hot. And look at her, feeding off the WWE Universe's energy.
And a drop kick. Picture perfect.
Alexa has Northern Lights suplex.
Quick count out after one.
Refusing to give up even an inch of ground as this match continues.
Tag made. Tag made.
Big forearm.
Smash.
Ross able to avert that.
Looking bad for her here. Oh, look at a torture their opponent. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man.
She was clearly waiting for that. This is a bad position for her. Hard forearm shot. And there's more. My goodness.
Oh, straight down with a DDT. Tag.
Cross body.
Reaches her partner. Tag.
Just in time. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. Nothing fancy there.
Hoisted up. Suplex delivered.
Flipping senton attack.
Cover. And she breaks the count.
This match continues on. Oh, yeah. She is really getting fired up.
And Dewdrop is taking command of this one.
And big by big, Dewdrop chipping away at the competition.
Big miss right there. Dewdrop wards that attack off.
And there's Dewdrop keeping that string of offense in check.
That's the trigger for her to battle her way back into this.
Is it enough? The cover.
Well, you have to question this decision.
The counter. And Belair gets beat to the voices are right in the corner. Looking vulnerable on that top turnbuckle.
This is not good. Nice takedown.
And that's the tag to Naomi.
Oh, look at this. Gutbuster. Oh, yeah. She is really getting fired up.
This is going to be stiff. Vicious backdrop suplex.
She's feeling it, and the WWE Universe is feeling it too.
What a crossbody.
She turns it right around with a counter. Crossbody.
Look at the power of Dewdrop.
That's it. Dewdrop just ended things.
2 count. Winning performance, and what a win.
Here are your winners, Ronda Rousey, Dewdrop, Alexa Bliss, and Xia Li.
They just won a very important match.
No doubt about it. The better superstar definitely won tonight.
Started this tag team contest here with A.J. Styles, Rob Van Dam, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. Then across from them we see Shinsuke Nakamura, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Roman Reigns, and Randy Savage.
We have to be expecting a frenetic pace in this matchup. These teams stop for nothing. They are all go from bell to bell.
Saw that one coming, took advantage.
Done snap suplex. So quick.
Oh, that was just malicious. Insulting.
Oh, with authority.
Across the top rope, all the way to the floor.
Reigns is getting dismantled here.
Yeah, Styles making Reigns take every ounce of punishment he can dole out here.
Finds the answer for Nakamura.
Momentum isn't completely out of AJ's side just yet.
Good chance for him to regain his wits.
Oh, stomping away. Nakamura so elusive.
Nakamura seems to have lost a step now.
Don't sound the alarm yet, Cole. He's got a team of guys in his corner to tag if he's in trouble. Oh, God.
Is taking charge.
AJ's really turning it up now.
That was a shining wizard. He's one step ahead there.
Shinsuke hoping to start a rush of his own with that attack.
Oh, what a flex.
Just punched him right in the mouth.
Relentless.
Enough already.
Oh, my God.
Pendulum backbreaker.
Tick-tock.
Spring.
He could pin his opponent right here. Baffling decision here. He's ejected from the ring into a neck breaker. Savage is running into trouble.
Macho Man needs to snap out of this. Across the top rope.
Face first with a waistlock takedown. Styles just unloading on his opponent.
A phenomenal blitz. Oh, with authority.
Down on the windpipe.
I think we're gonna see it.
Steps through.
Styles crash.
Get up, Shin. Come on. 2.
And that'll finally do it. What a victory.
Here are your winners, the phenomenal AJ Styles, Rob Van Dam, Seth Rollins.
It's always interesting to watch teams clash like we have here in this one.
These matches are always a perfect chance to find out how well these superstars actually get along.
And an equal opportunity to stab an enemy in the back.
Oh, quite an effective counter.
Scoop slam sets things up.
Insulting.
Step suplex.
Very nice. Oh! Stomping. Ouch. Oh, man.
Oh, what a kick.
Ooh, sharp kick.
Was ready for that.
Oh, what a crash. Uh-oh, here's 1. And 2 from the goddess with insult to injury.
The cover. 1, 2, 3. Man, that was a hard-fought win. She's got to be proud of herself tonight.
Here are your winners, Alexa Bliss, Doudrop, Ronda Rousey, and Xia Li.
Teams in their respective corners, we're going to get a chance to see Rob Van Dam,
A.J. Styles,
Seth Rollins, and Orton. And standing in their way of victory, we see Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and The Miz.
These teams have scouted each other very well. They probably identified the weak link in their opposition. Likely going to want to isolate and punish that single individual.
Turns it around.
Jawbreaker! You can pick up your teeth in the third row.
He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God, guys. Look at this.
Oh, do this.
Sunset flip powerbomb.
Arm breaker.
Vicious right forearm.
This will rearrange your face in a hurry. Right in the face.
And RVD is taking control.
But Lashley always has the power to fight back in this. Big time slam.
Vicious. Oh, swanton. He's lost some of his wind now. Under the ropes now. Boom. Face first. Gosh. Big time savant kick right on point. Super kick. Gosh.
On the move, bouncing off the ropes. Thunder.
Is it enough?
And he could have had a 3 count in hand. I got to question this decision.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent.
Lashley is unable to stop any attack.
You can tell RVD is lighting up now.
Monkey flip. Reigns turns that around.
Reigns is going to look to press on the advantage.
Reigns isn't allowing that burst of attacks to throw him off his game.
Ooh, Van Dam avoids contact.
Running Bulldog.
He gets out of the way.
Short clothesline. Driven down. Will it be?
I think so.
Somehow breaks the count immediately.
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank.
Uh-oh. Flashback.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more. Oh.
Nasty right hand. Enzuigiri on the floor. Bang.
That's devastating.
And RVD is taking control.
Reigns has to turn the tide quickly. Lashley avoids impact.
Vicious right forearm. Reversal on Lashley.
Hard right hand. What are we going to see here? Uh-oh. Spiking DDT. Ooh.
Strong impact. And setting him up. Into the hands.
That's going to hurt.
Randy Orton with the tag.
The sound of this crowd is deafening, and he's asking for more.
Vicious right forearm. In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook.
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Orton measuring.
Boom. We might be close to the end.
Not what you want to see by any means. Raining down right hands. Punch connects.
Lashley out of the way. Myfaction is losing any kind of advantage here.
The attacks will not relent from the Viper.
Oh, no, not this. Orton's ruined many a career. He can end it here. He's got him. Must have something different in mind here. Wow. Ah, gets cracked by the overhand. Shooting clothesline hits its mark. Rear chin lock, and now just rapid fire punches. It's always disorienting taking those hits above the shoulders. Randy Orton, there it is. 2.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
Orton with a fence press.
By Randy Orton. Boom.
Drop kick hits hard, lands harder. Merciless attacks from the Viper.
Not looking so awesome for Miz here.
Strong right.
He's getting a huge boost right now from all those chants and cheers. Oh, man.
The first comes.
Insecurity finds its mark.
Running forward. Beautiful drop kick. Oh, clothesline. Hooking him up. Face buster. Cover. 2.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
What a hot shot. It's all the way to the outside. Ooh, man. Vicious enziguri.
How much more can the big dog withstand?
A messianic display of offense from Rollins.
Take off. Nobody home.
Lashley out of the way.
Counter after counter. Hooked up. Small package driver. 2. Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
He made it. Tag made. Caught the leg. Sling blade. Seth Rollins is in complete control.
Rarely do we see Drew get disassembled like this.
I don't think any of these superstars are going to show any quit at this point.
Never say die attitude on full display.
Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a ragdoll here. There's a big reversal by Seth Rollins. Knee right to the face.
Oh, man.
Look at this. Oh, God.
Tempted fate and paid dearly for it.
That haphazard approach definitely proved costly.
Ooh, and a reversal. Yanked right off the apron.
Oh, no.
Up and down. Standing Shiranui. Rollins has him. Knee smashing the face. Lashley looks absolutely out of it. Sling blade. He may be in a bad way here.
This is what the purpose of a tag team is. Don't be afraid to use the resources and help your partner offers. Am I being diplomatic enough, Cole?
You can see the dismay on the face of The Miz.
And Rollins cannot be stopped.
Insecurity finds its mark.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Yes, tag. Impressive reversal on Rollins. Dragon screw.
The volume in this building has increased exponentially.
Blast off. Splash. Looking for the victory. 2.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
Clean tag for his partner.
And the electricity of this moment is coursing through his veins.
Stomping down. Boom, what a kick.
looking for it.
Styles Clash! Has AJ delivered the exclamation?
Comes in off the tag.
Nasty right hand. Enziguri to the floor.
Plancha to the outside.
That is tossing your own body around without a care, taking no account for their own well-being. Nice takedown.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
Oh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly.
And he's in there.
Finally.
What a slam.
What power. What dominance. Miz with awesome awareness. Super kick.
Heading up, he's thinking big.
From the top. Double axe handle connects. Oh my gosh.
And listen to this place.
Spiking DDT.
Reversal from RVD.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
Here we go. Inverted DDT. And Van Dam is showcasing his arsenal.
Miz needs to rely on his resourcefulness.
Oh, look at this. Oh, kicks.
Good grief.
Turn your lights out.
Oh, hard impact in the corner.
Boom.
Lashley avoids impact.
What's going to happen here?
Let's do this. Oh, gosh.
Sunset flip.
Oh, no. Did you hear the thud?
Boom. What a drop kick.
On the mark.
Super kick. Gosh. He's just getting beaten up.
RVD. 5-star frog splash. The Miz just got destroyed.
Oh, he got it. What a win.
Here are your winners, Rob Van Dam, the phenomenal AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and the Viper Randy Orton.
Big effort tonight.
A well-earned victory here tonight.
To quote a pair of awesome scholars, in life, there are winners and there are losers. We are looking at a winner right now.